This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV in association with MTK Global, joined by Frank Warren. We're at the press conference for April 27th show. Daniel Dubois headlines. What's his opponent like, Frank?
He's not bad. He's 14-1, a big punching fella from Africa, Lati. I think he's got quite a few knockouts on his record, so it's going to be a big step up for Daniel.
Of course, every press conference that Dan's at, the talk is of Nathan Gorman. I think you've helped with that as well, saying it's going to happen at the end of the year. Is that still on?
Yeah, that's what we're aiming towards. They've obviously got to keep winning, the two of them, so as long as they both keep winning, come the end of the year, we're going to be in for a bit of a treat with these two guys when they get together, because they're two exciting young heavyweights and their quality. Both of them are good quality heavyweights, the top quality.
Nathan's on, obviously, this Saturday. Opponent-wise, is it just a tick over for Nathan?
I don't like looking at a tick-over situation. Two opponents have pulled out, so he's trained twice for two different guys. He's got a new one coming in now. The problem for him is that it's a totally different style that he was training for. So I don't look at it as a tick-over. I look at him being challenged, and at the end of the day, hopefully he will come through it.
Also on the bill is a great fight between Lerone Riches and Tommy Langford. Lerone's been crying for a big fight for ages now, and he's finally got it.
He certainly has. Tommy's a very experienced fighter, both as an amateur and certainly as a pro, former British champion, was world ranked. This is a big step up for him. It's for the Commonwealth title. He's got far more experience. I think he's had nearly 24 fights compared with Lerone's 11. So it is a step up for Lerone, but he's a very confident fighter, as is Tommy. So I think we're going to be in for a cracking fight on the night.
Archie Sharp features on the bill. You mentioned in the press conference him and Sam Bowen is going to be inevitable one day, and that would be a cracking fight, him and Sam.
Well, it is. At the moment, that's a cracking division. Those super featherweights, so many good youngsters around. Zelfa's coming back in the frame. He's getting off of that bad leg injury he's had. Liam Woodstock's coming back, so we've got and other guys as well. There's some really good young fighters there, and I think we're going to get some great fights out of all of them this year, all fighting each other.
What about Archie Sharp and Ryan Garcia? He's been pretty vocal in wanting Ryan.
Well, he's been very vocal. Who knows? Maybe we'll get that done in time.
All right, moving on from this, Kid Galahad, Josh Warrington, explosive press conference yesterday. I know you spoke to Coogan about it. But yeah, that's a cracking fight. Free on BT Sport. It's not on pay-per-view. So yeah, fight of the year really looking like domestically anyways.
Well, it's certainly a good quality domestic bust-up. It's also a good quality world-level bust-up. In my opinion, Josh is the best out there at that weight. He's, I think, the best featherweight out there. I really do believe that, as do some of the guys who fought him. Regarding where Barry, or Kid Galahad as he's known, is coming from, he got there on merit. He won an eliminator for the title, so now the IBF have ordered that fight. He's undefeated in, I think it's 20 fights. It's a big pride of Yorkshire fight. I think it's got the ingredients of having a classic all over it.
When do you think the situation about the purse will be resolved?
I don't know yet. We made our purse bid, and that's obviously in the hands of the legal people who are dealing with it.
Okay. Just back to this bill, actually, Sonny Edwards, a real character. Not shy of a few words, and a very talented fighter as well.
He's a great young fighter, a great young prospect. I mean, I really do like him. I think he's done nearly everything that's been asked of him. He's certainly not lacking in confidence, that's for sure. And I think again, on the night, once we get his opponent sorted out, I think you're going to see a sparkling performance from him too.
Frank, just the last one. I spoke to Tunde Ajayi yesterday, and he said if the Kovalev fight lands up in America, the fight's off. And he referred to YARDE as the A side in that fight. Well,
we'll have a talk about that and see where we go with it. I mean, I don't want the fight to go on in America. Of course I don't. I want a home advantage for my man. That goes without saying. But we will talk. I don't want to be saying all these things until we've all sat down and spoke about it. And, I don't think this is the right moment to be making statements like that.
So if it does land in America, there's still a chance that that fight is still on, in your opinion?
I haven't said that at all. If we can't make agree terms with both parties, then obviously we'll go to purse offers. Then we'll see what happens from there.
All right, Frank Warren, we spoke to Coogan about most things yesterday, so just a brief catch-up. Anything you'd like to add?
No, I think everything's good, mate. I think everything's good. I think we've got a great show here, and as I say, Billy Joe, we're announcing on Friday, so we'll have a big press conference for everybody, and again, another good quality show that we're putting together.
I've heard that press is in Stevenage. Is that correct?
If that's where they told you it is, you better be there, because if you're not there, if you don't get there, you won't know what's going on.
I will be there. See you then, Frank.